So today I'm going to try and make what's called a short mead. Basically that's a mead that's lower in gravity, so it's similar to a beer or a cider. So the starting gravity is going to be around 1.05 to 1.06. What I have in this bucket is 13 cups of warmest hot water from the tap, and I'm going to add to it a cup of honey at a time until I can get up to that gravity. I'm just going to mix it, take a sample, use the hydrometer. It's not going to be perfectly accurate because the water is hot, but it's going to give me something to start in. So it's just going to start out with 1 cup of honey, and we'll start from there. Just going to use this cup to stir it around in so I can get all the honey out of it and dissolved into the hot water. So I've got the 1 cup of honey dissolved in the 13 cups of water. I'm just going to transfer it to this little vase thing that I have and use it to determine the gravity. So right now it's sitting at about 1.03 with 1 cup of honey and 13 cups of water, so a little under a gallon. So I'm going to add another cup of honey and dissolve it and see what I get. So right now we're at 1.056 on the with the gravity, but again this is warm water, so it's going to throw it off that result a little bit. Right now we have 13 cups of water, 2 cups of honey, which is about 1 pound of honey. So about 1 pound honey for 1 gallon is what I'm going to start out with. I'm going to let this cool and then take another measurement with the hydrometer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a cup of cold water so it brings it up to 1 gallon, and see what the gravity is after that. So for the second short mead, I'm going to use 12 cups of water. I have 2 cups of lemon juice, 1 cup is fresh squeezed, and 1 cup is the real lemon bottle. To that I'm going to add 2 cups of honey. This is the real lemon bottle, in case you want it. So 2 cups of honey. Oops, I did it. So the gravity for the lemon mead is 1.058, about 0.57. So I'm going to get this into a carboy, and this one is at room temperature lower, so this one's more accurate. So I'm going to transfer this to a carboy. So for the ginger short mead, I'm going to make basically the same recipe as the plain short mead, which is 14 cups of water, 2 cups of honey, and then I'm going to add 1 ounce of fresh ginger. So for the ginger mead, I've got 1 ounce of freshly cut ginger, and I'm just going to add it straight to the carboy. Then after that, I'm going to add the yeast. So for the yeast, I'm going to use Belgian 1388, which is a strong Belgian ale yeast. This is a leftover from a cider batch that I made. So I'm just going to add a little bit to each carboy, and hopefully it gets started going. Okay, so the lemon one, I added half a teaspoon of potassium carbonate and half a teaspoon of diammonium phosphate. Try and balance out the acidity, and it seems to be, it started bubbling. It didn't, this is day 3. The plain mead is bubbling just fine, and the ginger mead is bubbling, not as vigorously as the plain mead, but it's definitely fermenting. And the lemon one is just starting to ferment after I added the potassium carbonate and diammonium phosphate today. So I'm gonna keep checking on this one and keep you informed. So it's been about a week since I started the short mead, and it's about 1.001 or 1.000, so it's almost fully fermented already. The other short meads I haven't checked yet, but I suspect they're about the same. And the lemon has started to clear, and the ginger has started to clear. So about 1 week in with 1388 Belgian strong yeast, these short meads are already done for the most part, and I'm going to wait for them to clear, and then I'll rack them, and then after that I'll probably sweeten them so they carbonate. So it's been about 3 weeks for the short mead. It's clearing up nicely. I think, it's pretty much done. It's fermented all the way done. So I'm just waiting for it to clear, and then I'll rack it, and then I'll bottle it. I'll prime it with some honey and get some carbonated short meads. So for the short meads, I have the plain short mead, the lemon short mead, and the ginger short mead over here to the right. And hopefully, well, just kind of disturb the yeast at the bottom. But I'm going to rack these off into a second carboy, and I'm going to put 1/5 of a cup of honey as priming sugar for the bottling. So I'm going to put 1/5 a cup of honey in this carboy, rack it onto this carboy to get it off the yeast, and then bottle it from this carboy into 500 ml swing top bottles. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll bring you along. So here are the short meads that are finished up. I have a plain one. Just going to try each of these. Good clarity. Very plain, not much flavor, but definitely has a mead honey kind of flavor to it, but very, very subtle. This is the lemon. Again, very good clarity. Stronger smell to it. This one has a nice kind of acidic kick to it. Very, very slight, but I prefer it to the plain one so far. And this is the ginger. I haven't tasted this one at all yet. Good bubbles on that one. Not a strong smell, but interesting smell. Not bad. Just a hint of ginger. Not very pungent at all, but it definitely has a ginger aftertaste. But overall, I would say that they're very subtle, very plain, I guess you'd say. I don't have the vocabulary to describe it very well, but not bad at all. I think it would be good. This one would be good in the summertime. I think I'll add more lemon next time to this one to give it just a little bit more kick. And then the plain one, I don't know, I'll probably add some spices or something else to it just to give it a little more flavor. But as they are right now, very subtle, very palatable, and I like them so far. Yeah, this one's very good. And the lemon. I'd say the lemon is my favorite, then the ginger, and then the plain. So thanks for watching, guys. That's my video on the short meads. Hope you try it out and put your recipes in the comments and what you do to add some more flavor to it. So that's what I have today. Thanks for watching, guys.